Coming to the stage, his next comic also was in the CBC Top 100 Funnies. Remember, did you notice they're all females that got into this comic? Anyway, she loves to do her own thing on the comedy stage. Give it up for Paula Howley.
Hello. So, I'm from the Sunshine Coast. Any coasters there? Yeah? And it is actually impossible to get laid there. It is. The only available men are on scooters or skateboards. Yeah, it's prune penis or prison for me. Speaking of not being able to get laid, I was recently reading an article in The Atlantic, and it said that men are not attracted to funny women. Yeah, that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Both sexes are looking for a sense of humor. For women, that means they want a man who can make them laugh. But for men, it means they want a woman who will laugh at their jokes. Yeah, that's not a sense of humor, honey. That's an ego-stroking ass kisser. And that joke's probably not going to get me laid either. Yeah, so I've had a bit of a weird life, okay? I started stripping when I was 18. Yeah. And then at 34, I became a Jesus freak. Yeah, no woes for that one, right? And at 49, I got into kinky sex. Yeah. So basically, my life is a Jesus sandwich on slut bread. With lots of mayo. And a wafer on the side. So it's actually been really hard telling people what I used to do for a living. You know, those awkward conversations at parties. People ask, where did you go to school? Most folks are like, oh, I went to UBC, or I went to McGill, and I went to Annie Sprinkle's advanced grinding class. Yeah, I did get an A, though. Mm-hmm. And it's really hard making friends, too, because, you know, all women think I want to fuck their man, and all men think I want to fuck them, and they're both right. No, that's not true. I may be a slut, but I'm an ethical slut. I am. Slut. That's a hell of a word, isn't it? Yeah. Webster's actually defines a slut as a woman who has had a large but indefinite amount of sexual partners. So basically any fucking number, right? So for example, if I lived in Saudi Arabia, that number might be 0. Yeah, maybe one night I don't feel like taking my uncle's plate off the table and boom, Fatima, you are a slut. Next thing you know, I'm in a hole in the ground getting a rock facial. Yeah, ooh, too dark? Yeah. Yeah, and I couldn't even drive myself to the hole. So you know what's funny, actually, is kids don't even use the word slut anymore. They use the word thought. And not like I have a thought in my head, because they don't, but it's THOT. It's an acronym. And it actually means that hoe over there. Yeah, well, not you, ma'am. Different hoe. Yeah, that hoe over there. So it's not really a take on the hoe's status so much as it is on her location, right? It's like, is that hoe here? No, that hoe over there. Yeah. It sounds like a Dr. Seuss rhyme, hey? Is that hoe here or there? Doesn't matter, she'll fuck you anywhere. She will fuck you on a train. She will fuck you in the rain. She will fuck you near the docks with her evil, nasty box. I may be a slut, but I'm a rhyming slut, too. So I actually think it's time for a new acronym for women who like to fuck, right? Let's use the words free, uninhibited, consenting, kinky, multi-orgasmic explorers, aka fuck me. Please, somebody, fuck me. Oh, the stripper who can't get laid. I know it's weird. You know what else was weird, actually, was making the transition from stripper land to Jesus land. Yeah, very different worlds. In stripper land, you know, people were kind of judgy of me, right? And we know all about that, right, Suzette? But in Jesus land, I got to be the judgy one. It was awesome. And I could see so much from my lofty moral viewpoint also. Also in stripperland, there was, you know, management was kind of a nightmare. There was always one guy in charge, always telling us what we could and couldn't do with our own fucking pussies, right? But in Jesus land, there's always one guy in charge who is always telling us what we could and couldn't do. Why didn't I catch that before? Slut. Slut, slut, slut. I love that word. But I wonder about it all the time. I wonder, actually, why we are using it. I wonder if it's time for women to take back that word and make it their own, kind of like how some people of color have done with the N-word. I mean, we are complex sexual beings. We have thoughts and feelings and desires, and they are perfectly normal. I think it's absolutely fucking crazy that we are quantifying women as good or bad people based on who or how much we are fucking. You know? Yeah, I wonder. But then I just put the cock back in my mouth and forget about it. Come on, babe, quit theorizing, just suck it. But the patriarchy. So I'm not just a slut, I'm a philosophical slut. That's my time. Thank you very much.
What just happened? Give it up for Paula Howley. She says it like it is. She does her comedy her way. Boom.